She get down with me. Girls are girls that love her. You guys all know the song, right? Like, anyway, try the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation by Alissa Ashley, or Alissa Ashley helped with the shades. 45 shades. You will find your shade, but it might take you some time. Stay tuned. So I've already primed my face, and so I bought 2 colors because, you know, on the website it says like some of these are olive and some of them aren't. I actually, let me go online, because I actually bought 1 color. I bought Golden Honey because it said it was, gosh, I don't want to get to lying. Golden Honey was a deep honey with a neutral undertone. I tried the Golden Honey, it was really yellow, so I don't know if that undertone was correct. So then I picked up Neutral Tan and Camel, and Neutral Tan is considered medium light with a neutral undertone, and Camel is medium light with an olive undertone. To be honest, Neutral Tan to me looks more olivey. This looks more pink. So I'm not sure that they're getting the undertones correct on this, but when I did try the Golden Honey, even though it was way, way, way too dark for me and way too yellow, like I looked like an Oompa Loompa, I was really impressed with the coverage and the formula, so I decided to go ahead and try to get 2 more colors to see which one I like. Now, I'm originally drawn to Camel, so that's the one I'm gonna go for first, I think. So it's in this kind of packaging. It reminds you of the Superstay packaging. Let me see if I can get this focus. Can't Stop Won't Stop. It is supposedly 24-hour wear. It also boasts a matte finish, and it's a full coverage foundation. It comes in 45 shades. You guys know the drill. We've seen it everywhere already, but I want to do my own because I rarely see somebody with my complexion on there, and I was having a hard time matching myself, so hopefully other people will find this helpful. I am a G70, I want to say, in CoverFX, and I have all of my other ones listed somewhere. I'll list them down below, what I normally am, but I always have a little bit of trouble with matching myself, so I'm gonna do this and hopefully this one matches. So we're gonna go with Camel. Camel to me seemed like the right one. Neutral Tan might be the right one. It's not a bad problem to have because I think if I were to be really, really tan for this summer, I would actually be able to wear the Golden Honey, but it was just really yellow, so I was a little concerned about that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my beauty blender, let's do 2 pumps. 1, 2, that's really like 2.5, but whatever. Okay, and so we're just gonna place this onto the skin. Don't mind my mirror. Okay, so this is supposed to be, see, this matches a lot better. When I was putting this on, when I was putting Golden Honey on, it was so bad. Like, I was getting so frustrated because it looked like it matched me in the store, but then when I brought it home, I was like, this is not right. So I think I'm definitely Camel. And I mean, I'm not deep, so I'm actually kind of higher up in the range, which is, it's great because there's a lot of deeper shades. Like, that's awesome that this is considered, I mean, I guess NYX is considered drugstore, right? Like, I can find this, I can't find this exact foundation, but I can find NYX products in like CVS and Walgreens and stuff. I think I can find them in Walgreens. I know CVS for sure. It's $15 for $15 for 1 fluid ounce. So this is 1 pump or 1 layer. I'm impressed. It looks good on the skin. I don't know about full coverage. Maybe there's better coverage if I were to use a brush. I don't know about full coverage, but let's go ahead and do 1 more layer of Camel. 2 pumps again. When I think full coverage, I'm thinking like this is completely hidden right here. I'm thinking like Fenty Beauty full coverage. Although while I love what Fenty did, I can't wear Fenty because it literally sucks the life out of my days. But I love Fenty, of course I buy Fenty. Also, when I hear full coverage, I'm thinking under eye circles are gonna be completely erased. Like in my Superstay, I could probably get away with if it wasn't so, like that one, the Superstay foundation, the Maybelline Superstay, is so full coverage that I can't even like wear it on its own. Like I have to contour and highlight with that. Or at least contour because my face loses all dimension. Guys, this looks really good. Once again, I do not think it's full coverage. I think this is how I wanted my CoverGirl Matte Made foundation to go. While I like the CoverGirl Matte Made, it's really hard to work with. This is easy to work with. It seems to blend in beautifully. And here is 2 layers. Foundation, there we go. Really come in close so you guys can see it. It looks really good, I think. And I'm looking in the mirror. I normally have problems with my pores right here, and I'm not seeing any huge problems with that. It lays on the it's interesting. It doesn't lay on the face like most full coverage foundations do, in my opinion. It almost looks powdery, and it feels really soft and smooth. I'm impressed. And it looks like what you're seeing on camera is how it looks in real life to me. It may be a little brighter on camera, but I'm really impressed with this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and then I'm going to come back on in a second. All right, I'm back with my eyebrows. I'm just gonna blend out my concealer. Had a little bit of time to dry. And I'm using all the same products that I normally use, except for a new foundation. So I wanna see and put this foundation to the test. Right now, my go-to foundation is my CoverFX, because I think that's the one that gives me the best all-day coverage, and it's the best match for me. This one, I'm gonna actually do a swatch to compare these two, because I wanna see exactly how, if this is a good dupe for CoverFX, we're in business, because it's giving me the same kind of coverage and the same kind of feel. How it wears, that's gonna have to be another question, but it's blending my foundation, I'm blending my concealer perfectly. No issues there. Now we're gonna apply my powder contour. I normally don't have any issues with powder contour, although sometimes I have had issues with powder contours not being strong enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and taking my Morphe high-low palette. I'm just gonna go ahead and add in my contour. So the contouring looks good. It's blending nicely. It's sitting really well on the skin. Right now I'm not seeing too much. I'm creasing a little in the mouth area. It's a little dry, but that might just be because my I did put my primer on with less moisturizer than normal. So that might be what we're seeing there. It is a little drying, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't feel dry, but my face does look a little dry, so I probably have to use a setting powder or a setting spray with this. But it looks pretty good on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and break out the other things that I bought that I wanted to try, which were, it was the Element of Surprise ColourPop palette. I had found it at Ulta for like 16 bucks, and I was like, why not? Let's try it. I've been really wanting to try some purples, or not purples, some hot pinks in this color right here. This is Subdue. I think it's Subdue. I'm assuming it's Subdue. It's either Subdue or Opulent. never read the back of these things. I don't ever know. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with details, and I'm gonna pop. This actually could be a dupe for the Norvina palette. So I'm gonna pop. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. I'm gonna pop because this color details right here looks a lot like Eccentric, I think, in the Norvina palette. Actually, a lot of these look like Norvina palette. Don't want to spend too much time on the eye look. That's not why you're here. You're here for foundation. I understand that. But I figured let's make this some first impressions all in all. In fact, I might even just speed this up. In fact, let's just go ahead and speed this up. Okay guys, here is the finished look. What do you think? I actually had to use a setting powder, but I think she looks kind of good. I did some highlighting and blush to go off with this pink look. I really like this pink look. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it because it's like a new palette that I wasn't trying. Elements of Surprise ColourPop palette. I know ColourPop has been around for a really long time, but I've never bought any of their palettes. I bought some of their shadows a really, really long time ago, but I love their lippies. But I bought one of their like Super Shock shadows or whatever really long time ago, and I never used it. And I bought their liners really long time ago, and they dried out super quick. So like I kind of haven't really messed with ColourPop. Now I do want to try their foundation. I know I'm super late on that, but like once I stick with it, once I find a foundation that I like, I really just kind of stick with it. Let me just turn down this lighting a little so you can kind of get a really good look at this look, like get into this, you know, like it looks good if I do say so myself, you know. Okay, so final thoughts on this product. Obviously I haven't worn it all day, but I do really, really like it. I'm gonna turn this back up because I'm gonna turn it a little bit. I do really like it. I think this is a really good match for me. I don't feel like I look yellow, and that's really important. And it said Camel was olive undertones. Now I am, yeah, medium light with olive undertones. I think I'm more neutral than yellow because sometimes I can tend to pull a little red depending on how tan I am and how, you know, how dark I get. But I'm not seeing olive in this. I'm seeing more of a neutral, I guess there's olive. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it in this. And then let's see, neutral tan is supposed to be neutral, but this is definitely pulling pink to me. So, like I said, undertones, not sure you get a lot with that, but, and then I'm going to do, my other favorite, which is the Double Wear, Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I am the shade 4N2, which I think is actually a little too pink for me, but we're just gonna go ahead. And there's no pump in this one, so we're just gonna go ahead and try not to spill everything everywhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna compare these two for you guys. Getting foundation everywhere. Okay. So, this is Power Play. This is Camel. This is 4N2 from Estee Lauder. And this one is Neutral Tan. Is it just me, or is Neutral Tan a little yellow? This one, Neutral Tan, seems more yellow than Camel to me. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not sure that these undertones are correct. And see, I always felt like Estee Lauder pulled too pink on me, but if this one looks good on my skin, then I don't know. So that's just to kind of give you guys an idea of what this foundation can do. I definitely think Camel is more pink. I don't know where you're getting these undertones, like I said. Be very careful because there are some yellow foundations in there, like Golden Honey. It's yellow. Beige, I've seen people swatching beige on themselves. It's yellow. Like, be careful. I don't know where this olive comes from. It's yellow, but like, it's a beautiful foundation. Like, I'm looking at it on right now, it looks amazing. Like, definitely matte, but more of a satin finish matte, I want to say. I have a little cracking and creasing around my nose. I'm gonna chalk that up to my skin just being a little dry. But yeah, I think that's gonna finish this off for this one. I hope this helped you guys, just so you know kind of what to look out for, because those medium shades are kind of tricky. You can't just go up one or down one. You really need to look at the undertone, even though the undertone isn't exactly correct to me. And you really need to swatch them and swatch them in different lighting, because when I tried Golden Honey in the store, it looked like a perfect match to me. When I got on camera and tried that, I might insert some footage. Actually, I deleted it. Sorry. I looked so bad. I could tell immediately I messed up. It was like one of those, like, you, at that moment, she knew she you know what I mean? So just really, you know, play around with the shades. If you can get them in the store, they're in the NYX store right now. I think they're in the Ulta stores. Probably by now, by the time this video goes up, they'll be up in the Ulta stores as well. Swatch the shades, try them out, walk around in the store. I'm not entirely sure why I'm Camel. By all of its descriptions, I shouldn't be Camel, but I think Camel is the right color for me, so just be aware of that. This is a good addition to my matte full coverage, and it's gonna rival, I think, it's gonna rival my Power Play. Like, Power Play for me is a good go-to full everyday, like, wearable full coverage. I think this one's gonna actually be next to it, because Superstay was not everyday wearable. It's like slipping all over my face. It just didn't work. It was ugh, you know. But this is actually really cute. And this eye though, like, hello Pink, when did you come from? Why have I never seen you before? Are you new here? Very excited about this new little addition palette to my collection. Very fun, very cute. Kind of thinking, it's kind of reminded me of good old Morvina here. I'm actually gonna look at these really quickly. Okay guys, I had to do another video because I'm pretty sure these are dupes. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.